And I'm like, no. Good morning, Friday.
It's today, Friday?
It is.
Oh, well.
It's the 14th of April already.
Oh, geez, I thought it was just February 14th.
It was.
You know
when your
February
book came
14th.
out. Get edsbook.com.
I guess you know that, huh?
It's kind of burned into my memory since we talked about it for a month and a half prior to.
Yeah, well, everybody's like, how do I get your book? Oh, it's real easy. Just go to getedsbook.com or go to any place online to get a book.
Or go to the old, what was it called? Borders, one of my favorite stores.
Oh, we had Borders and Barnes & Noble at the same time, right?
Barnes & Noble's still there, but Borders, no.
Well, the only people going there is homeless. So
Borders or Barnes & Noble?
Barnes & Noble.
Yeah, they have to pee.
It's hot out.
They have to pee and take
I'm going
to
write a book
in the bathroom.
I'm going to read some magazines because I need to do some research for a book.
Well, this is not the public library, but we won't kick you out.
Yeah.
Hey, guess what?
What?
It's Friday.
Yes, it is. And let's see what came out today. Labor market is showing weakness and rising job claims, lower job openings,
rising jobless claims.
Yeah, whatever.
And lower job openings.
Thank you. You can read. And I do it again. I think I did it twice just so in case you want it.
I want to read. Oh, I'll read it correctly both times.
Yeah, unemployment rate is low, but a recession occurs when it hits the lowest point and begins to increase.
What?
That's basically. So basically what it's saying is even though our unemployment rate is low, recessions happen as it starts going up.
Yep.
So once it hits the bottom, the lowest it's been, then it starts moving up, and that's when a recession hits. And I was on a podcast before this, and they're in India, and they were asking that question, Janet Yellen is saying that everything's okay, and do you believe her and all that stuff? It's like, no, I don't believe her. We are going to go in recession. We're probably already there.
Right.
And it's going to get worse. But two things happen in recessions. Rates go down and house values go up. There's only been two recessions where that didn't happen. That was the Great Recession, which should have been a depression. And that was a financial crisis. We've been through that before. If you don't understand the whole thing that happened, watch the movie The Big Short.
Yep.
And then the other one was the SNL thing back in and I'm not talking Saturday Night Live. Yeah, not Saturday Night Live.
No.
It was late 80s and the 90s. Yeah. There was and basically what happened. So if you go back to 1941, there's been 73 years up in value, 7 years down, and 1 year flat. Does that add up to? No, that was wrong. So 6 years. And so 7 plus 73 is 80 years, whatever. Figure it out. I'm just saying we've had more up than we've had down. And the only time we were flat.
Yeah. A flat. Flat's not that bad, really.
No.
Which is flat.
Yeah. So let's see what else I have on here. Inflation dropped recently, but it takes time. Yeah, we know that. So everybody's thinking the Fed's going to go, we're going to hike one more time for 25 basis points. I don't care what you do. You're going to mess it up. So just do it and get it done.
Yeah, get it over with. Yeah. Let us recover from your mess up.
Yeah, we're actually seeing that we're down. Bond market is selling off a little bit, meaning that rates are moved up a tidbit, not a whole bunch, but it's. I thought for sure we'd be going down. Rates would go down today as bonds reacted to the retail sales. That was that fell 1% in March, right? So the last time we had this was in January, where retail sales fell big time, right? And everything got lowered. And then February came and they're like, oh no, retail sales is through the roof, because everybody saw how cheap it was in January to buy all the stuff that nobody bought in December.
Right.
And then messed everything. But right now, if you take out the core retail sales, which is auto and gas, and that's the other problem we're going to have with OPEC raising their prices. Next month, we might see an increase in the gas stuff.
Yep.
So if you look, it only went down 0.3%. As if what we've been saying for the last few weeks, these tenths really matter to these people.
A ton.
Yeah.
It's crazy how much they go crazy. It's crazy how much they go crazy over a tenth.
Now, industrial production went up. Doubled the estimate. They only thought it was going to go up 0.2%. It went up 0.4%. Yeah. So it's like through the roof.
Huh. The roof is on fire.
We don't need no water. Anyway.
Yeah.
All right. Next week we got economic reports, including the NHAB, which is the National Association of Housing Builders.
Mm-hmm.
They'll tell you how they're doing on their sales, housing starts and permits, and initial jobless claims. I didn't put the dates because I want you to worry. I have to be here to figure out when those are happening.
I want you to worry.
No, it's just we're at that point where you need to, we're at 46% of the inventory we used to have last year,
right?
Which was at 55 of the year before. We can't. I don't know how we're going to keep going.
Well, we're going down.
Well, I'm just saying there's no inventory, so
right.
That means
there's fewer transactions.
Yeah, and I was like, that I don't want to keep bringing up. I've been on podcasts because of my book and everything, and they asked the same thing: where's everything going, and how's should we buy it? I'm like, the problem is inventory.
Right.
We put so many people on such low rates. The 12 trillion that was in mortgages out there, we took 10 trillion of that and put them in the twos.
Right.
Or
why do
2.99, 3.1, and they're all. Everybody I talk to said, I ain't relieving my rate. Yeah. I talk, and they're like, I got such a low rate. Yes, I understand that, but you can't go, I'm not going to do this because my rate's amazing. It's like that golden handcuffs. My job's so amazing. I'm stuck here. They pay me this. I'm not going to go somewhere else.
Right.
You can't look at it that way. You have to look at what is the opportunity to move forward. What can you do? Because a lot of people here in California are converting their garages, putting ADUs
in.
Yeah. I mean, in other places like LA, everywhere, they're like, okay, I can make $3,000 off of a studio apartment in my garage.
Right.
Cost me $100,000 to create it. I'm going to have that thing paid off, and but how do I pay for it? Have the renter pay for it?
Yep, exactly. So a little bit of showing you exactly the what am I going to say?
I don't know. You just got rid of it.
How did I do that?
I don't know. Because you just click on it instead of present.
Oh, well, we'll
present arms.
Present arms. There, we'll do this. So this is as of the week ending in April 8th. You got 400. This is across the state, kids. Across the not the United States, but the United States of California.
The Communist Republic
of California. 443 closed sales per day for 1 week.
For the whole state.
I'll
get it.
Can you get that?
Yeah, I got
Is that Gavin?
Yeah, they just heard we're talking about him. Shut up.
276 pending sales per day for the whole state, and 222 new listings per day for the whole state.
That's per month or per week?
That's just a week. It's
that
week ending.
Right. So how many weeks so far this year?
That would be the first week in April.
Okay. Right. But if you look at this is the average.
Oh, this is the average. It seems to be running along these numbers, week by week by week by week.
So
let's say how many weeks have we lived so far?
I don't remember.
Just since the beginning.
So if we just take this, right, listings times 52, that's only 115,000
listings.
Can't be right. That can't be right.
No, that probably.
These solar calculators in this damn room with no light.
Hold it up to that big ass light that you got pointing at you.
It's only 11,000.
No,
this is a day, right? Yeah, this is a day. I thought we were doing a week. I apologize.
Yeah, a day.
So and we have 365 days a year.
That would be how you do this math.
So that's still only 81,000 listings. So if we keep at this pace, we're instead of 250,000 last year, we're only at 81,000 this year.
Yeah, is that crazy?
Yeah. All right. So see you guys later. It's been fun.
Yeah. Bye. I'm gonna go sell groceries.
No, because they don't make any money.
Yeah, exactly. So and then they asked realtors, 39.3% closed a sale last week. And it looks like that's up 2.5%. 38.4% of realtors went into escrow last week. That's down.
You mean they just stopped by there?
Yeah, they stopped in a title company and went in, had a cup of coffee.
All right, so if we go off the closed sales per day,
yeah,
that's 161,695, and that's kind of what I figured if we were at 46% of the year before.
Right.
So that's really, people, that's nothing. That means we're gonna.
That's a lot enough.
Yeah. You think values were going up before?
Mm-hmm. They're going through the roof, and you got multiple offers on every single property within days. The one I showed yesterday, it hit yesterday afternoon. We looked at it yesterday afternoon. We wrote on it yesterday afternoon. And 40 minutes later, there was another offer on it yesterday afternoon. I'm going to write a song called Yesterday Afternoon.
All right.
So, I mean, you can read the statistics there. So those are the facts, Jack.
So if we keep with the 400. Here, I gotta get smaller.
443 closed sales per day.
That's 161,695.
And last year was 247,000.
Right. So,
and the year before that was 450,000.
Right. What are we gonna do?
We're gonna get different jobs.
No, we're gonna do EVs.
That's right. That'll fix everything. That'll fix the world. Sadly, some realtors are going to quit this. Not so much the agents that have been in it forever. They're just going to retool and regroup.
Question for you.
Okay.
Last year was how many? 200 what?
247.
Only 247. All right. Keep going. I'm working on another number here.
So things will change. You'll see a thinner workforce as far as realtors go.
246.
247. The hell?
I've been up since early.
Yeah, me too. Kind of. 2 a.m. and then fell asleep.
So that's 65% of last year's numbers.
Yeah, and last year's numbers was 46% of the year previously.
Yeah.
Craziness.
Message
from yesterday.
Right.
Oh, my boyfriend Patrick. I left a message, said, "Where the hell are you? I've been waiting for you for 30 minutes. We weren't supposed to meet at all."
Seeing you making fun of me.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So, hey, I read about Ford. You know the thing that you've been saying, I've been saying, we've been saying for a while about getting connected on the grid and
how they're going
to then
the solars.
Yeah, they're going to eminent domain the solars, or they're going to have control over you and say, "Oh, you don't like my opinion? Well, here, you don't get air conditioning this month." Ford Motor Company has already got a what do they call it? They called it an app.
Right. But they're not the only one.
No, I know they're not. But this hit the news that if you're behind on your payments, they can disable your GPS, disable your radio, disable your AC, or if it's an EV, maybe just drive its happy ass right back to the Ford.
It's one of those. Yeah, if it's an auto driving one, they'll just like, okay, look at all these cars coming back.
2:00 in the morning, you'll hear the car go.
Boom. No, you won't, because it doesn't make any noise.
No, it makes about that much. And then as it goes,
and it backs into the truck because you blocked it.
The gas powered truck. And damages it.
Yeah.
So, guys, it's coming. It's already here. It's not coming. It's already here.
Because they're actually if you're 10 days late on your payment on cars, in some places they're repossessing them, even though they're.
Can you do that?
No,
that's not legal, right?
Don't
you have to be behind at least?
You would think
2 months.
I don't know. It's just they're
maybe a month, but not 10 days.
No, but they're starting that whole process. Where do you live? Where do you live? We're coming for, because they know it's going to get worse, right? They know this is going to happen, and people are going to be behind on their payments because we're going into a recession. Even though there's a lot of jobs out there, fake jobs out there for you. Yeah,
that nobody wants to go do.
Well, they get rid of all the easy ones.
Yeah. What's an easy job?
Can I take your order, please? Would you like to upsize that? Would you want to supersize that? Oh, you can't say that anymore. You're fired.
Multiple personalities when you do that. So that's a tough job, really.
Yeah.
You gotta say please and thank you and my pleasure. And
you would think.
When you gotta put up with people who are, pretty upset because they didn't want cheese on that jumbo jack with cheese. Yeah. They just like the package.
I said no sauce, damn it.
Yeah.
I said extra sauce. You didn't give me enough sauce.
Whatever, Karen.
You pick on your wife?
I do. Yeah, she usually. That's why this eye is puffy right here.
Luckily, the other one wasn't, because you learned the first time.
Mm-hmm. I learned how to duck. Duck, duck, go.
Yeah, there you go. All right, that's all I had today. There's not a ton of news. The biggest thing I can tell you is get pre-qualified, get
pre-approved,
get fully underwritten, pre-approved, so they can check that last box. And by the way, everybody I would send to you is that way.
Yep.
Because sometimes my staff forgets to use that letter, and so they just the regular letter. Like, come on, people.
I like the irregular letter because I just want to go against the grain.
I prefer AB normal.
Abby something.
All
right, kids, make it a great weekend. Yeah. It's going to be sunshiny and beautiful. There's some open houses. In fact, there's an open house at 1206 Edgebrook Drive.
Is that your
Saturday?
place?
Yeah, Saturday and Sunday from 11 to 1.
What's the price of the house?
$699, 2,616 square feet of beauty.
Did you know you can buy that for 3% down?
Yeah, is that crazy?
Nope. It's not.
Nope. You can buy that for 3%.
I know. It's 726,500 is the conventional. So 3% down. And then when you go over that in other areas to the high balance, you have to put 5. Yeah.
But you don't have to put 20.
No, it's so easy to get a house these days. As long hold on. It's so easy to be qualified to be able to get a house. The biggest problem is fighting with everybody else. Yeah. How do you get around that? You go above 517,000, which is the FHA purchase price area.
Right.
That takes out all the FHA people, which is a lot of them.
It is a lot.
And then so from 5, so if you're at 518, it's so funny. It's like offer 5, find a house at 520 and just put a little bit more down.
What?
Yeah.
And bring that loan amount down?
Yeah, to the FHA guideline.
Yeah. There you go. Look at that.
All right.
That sounds like
we've been talking a lot, but I wanted to complain about one thing today. All right. So
just one thing?
One thing. Agents, stay in your lane. What I mean by that is when it comes to anything to do with the loan, tell them to go back to the lender, the mortgage person, and talk to them first.
Don't make a promise that's not true.
Yeah. Don't just say something like, hey, no, blah, blah. Unless you know for 100% are willing to make that payment for them, don't do it. I had an agent where I have a property it was FHA on. We had no idea what the property looked like because we weren't out the agent. We never went there. They enclosed the patio. They remodeled the whole house, enclosed the patio, but left one wall without sheetrock. The appraiser called for it. Just needs sheetrock up there and to fix the electrical that's just hanging there.
So you got to do a rechecky check.
So that means a reinspection. Well, the agent said, no, the guy only wanted me to send him a picture. Yes, but he can't just do a reinspection without doing a reinspection. He's just going, send me the picture. I make $200 and I don't have to go back out there.
Right.
That's what that means.
Right.
We still have to pay for that reinspection for whatever that price is. And so now my client, who we didn't tell them this, it's already built into the numbers, but they were all upset.
Yeah.
And you said, well, have the agent pay for it. I'm like, yeah, if they're good agents, they would do that. Well, actually good agents just stay in their lane. Right,
yeah, they do. They don't get involved in that to begin with. But if you make a boner move like that, and it's your response, I mean, come on, take responsibility.
No, I was
for
just
what
like
you
on
do.
your boner moment statement.
Well, it's a buy owner.
Yeah,
I just got rid of the buy part. So the boner move, fix your mess.
Yeah,
save the deal, leave the deal together. Just say, okay, I'll pay that $200, $300 fee, whatever.
Well, they should have had the seller do it in the first place. They should have negotiated with the seller to begin with and say, you didn't do that wall.
Well, as a result of something the seller did, it caused a reinspection. And that's why if you're a really good agent and you understand what might get called, you tell the sellers to do those things first. The simplest thing is you got to have the CO detector in there and you got to have the smoke detectors in there. So get those in there prior to the appraisal. Oh, and you know what? They still have to strap those stupid water heaters since July of 1995.
Right. And if it's larger, if it's 80 gallons or more, you have to have how many straps?
3.
Trace.
Yeah. I've never seen a tank 80 gallons, but I bet up in Tuolumne you get see it a lot.
Our other house because we had 5 kids.
Oh, see, I had 2 50s in Dorrington.
One upstairs, one downstairs?
No, it's a single story. One on one side of the house, one on the other side. And then when I went to just the tankless, it keeps up with everything. And I'm not heating 100 gallons of water all day long.
Well, they didn't really have tankless at that time. They were all brand new. And then everybody who got one was like a home warranty. We don't repair those. Home warranties don't cover that back in the day.
They don't?
They were brand new. They had no idea how to fix them, work on them. Nobody knew.
Tank. You're talking about tankless. Yeah. There's not really a lot to them.
Yeah. Well, I mean, so when we put that 80 gallon in, I'm like, put an 80 gallon in. I'm just tired of running out of hot water with these kids. Kids get it and boys get in the shower. They're in there for 2 hours. It's like, take a damn shower and get out.
I had a gorgeous property out in Escalon a long time ago, and they had it was like 5.5 feet deep, a hot tub built into the floor of the master bath, and it was about 8 feet in diameter. So it was a big ass tub. You could stand in it, and water's up to here. I said, "How do you fill this thing with hot water?" He says, "Well, it takes me into the crawl space, which, by the way, you could walk in because it was excavated.
So it was a walk space.
It was a walk space. You could walk in, and it was all concrete floor, and there's his spa heater." So it was really just a spa. Everything was underneath the house.
Gotcha.
I said, "Oh, okay."
You couldn't just tell me that.
You were doing.
You couldn't just tell me that without walking down there.
I needed to see that anyway because is the first time I was at the property. And,
Right.
I had to actually be at the property every single showing, which most agents are like, oh, geez, get the hell out of here. But there's no way any agent just walking into that property would understand anything about the property and be able to show it correctly.
Right.
I mean, it's 4,600 square feet. It had 6-car attached garage. It had 21,000 square feet of shop. It had 1,300 square foot guest home over the 2,100 square foot party room. I mean, it was amazing. And then it used to have a 4-hole golf course, but he started liking go-karts instead. So he put in 2 flat tracks.
All right.
And a 3-acre lake.
All right. So,
all right, we're done.
Well, almost. I had one more thing.
Okay.
Had a client cancel yesterday. It was a beautiful contract. He had $10,000 in closing costs to help buy the rate down.
Oh, geez.
But he is buying the house, and then his mom and sister's going to live there with him, and he's the only one on the loan, but they didn't like the house.
He didn't show it to him?
No. They weren't available in the beginning. And you know how it is when you're out looking at property and you find not everybody's available. And it's like, okay, well, they don't have a say there. You have a huge family and you need a big house, and in your price point.
Yeah. Make it your own after we move in.
And then afterwards he's like, what's my full, yesterday, okay, what am I fully qualified for? I'm like, the problem is you don't want that payment.
Right.
It doesn't matter anymore. You're canceling off of a thing that you don't like the payment, even though we can do the 2-1 buy down because we got this money that's not really happening anymore.
How long was he in escrow?
2 days.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I mean, we get it over. I'm not going to hang the dry. It's like we went over the numbers again, and then again, and then again, and he's like, "This is what I want." Well, this is what we can do. You got this money from the seller that we weren't expecting, right? The agent would got it, and I said, so let's use it to buy the rate down to the a 2-1 buy down. First year 2,600. Second, the second year is 2,900. Third year goes up to this, or we could just go down to a 2,700 and stay there, right?
Yeah.
And period. And then it's the house. But I go, you understand this same house is now going to cost you $3,100 a month, period. You understand that, right?
No, he doesn't. That's kind of like, that's just
I'm just saying, be careful when you have a property under contract. Before you walk away, get some real advice from people who understand it. My mom would never understand what the hell I'm doing.
Yeah.
I'm not you maybe have a mom, but just if you're doing it, get educational information from people. Don't go off of emotion. Everything we do is emotional. I get it.
Yeah, you have a house. You got a contract. You won.
Right, which is very hard today to win.
Exactly. And so he obviously competed against other offers, right?
No.
Oh, he didn't. He was one of the lucky ones.
He got in on this property and they accepted his offer right away.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hungry agent. Hungry.
Or they just, it's a unique property that would work for them, would work for other people. And then his sister goes, then their families, we work in Minnesota, so that's a long drive from there. I'm like, what? Then they're asking him to go, hey, what about Ceres? I don't like the No, they're down here.
They're in the valley.
Yeah, I'll talk to the rest of it afterwards. All right, everybody, make it a great day. I'm done.
Enjoy the weekend.
I should have complained in the beginning, but I was trying to be nice.
Well, you know what? Nobody's listening to us anyway right now.
Just make sure, if you get a contract, you have to make sure that before you let it go, that's not really that great. It was perfect for him. But, young people don't understand sometimes.
Sometimes they learn, though.
The hard way.
Make it a great weekend.
All right, bye. Thanks for watching.